So first, let me start with the inspiration for the company name Docent. Docent is somebody that basically tells you what's going on. They're a highly seasoned expert in the topic. You've probably heard of museum docents. And that's essentially what we are trying to replicate with our company. It's a dermatology-driven company focused on facial dermatology. And the concept is that as people, but particularly women, get older, about 30 plus, they become much more discerning and have much more clinically complicated needs as their skincare regimen goes. We haven't seen this segment served well over time. We've seen kind of younger audiences served really strongly with acne solutions, or we've seen kind of these high cost dermatology or very expensive doctor brands, but we haven't seen this kind of segment of women 30 plus that are seeking more sophisticated and high touch services served in a broad way, especially with the fact that it's available virtually and you get it subscribed and delivered to your home. It's really this, marriage of things of medicine that work really well, which is the human interaction, the access to board dermatologists with prescription products that have so much testing and backing behind them, but it all comes full service to you at the comfort of your home.
And obviously skin is a very big focus in wellness, in beauty. As you look at the broader landscape, what do you see as some of the biggest challenges that women face today as it relates to their health and wellness?
Yeah, so I think just women's health and wellness is been pretty underserved, whether it be hormonal challenges that we have, whether it be how to navigate the times of our month where we have our period and what that means to our bodies, to our skin, to our mental health. I think it's just such an underserved area, which is kind of ironic because women actually make up the largest segment of consumers, obviously in beauty, but also in the healthcare space. They're actually the decision makers for their households of what products people buy, including obviously their spouses, as well as their children. I think that one of the biggest opportunities we have as a brand is to really simplify the process for someone. Women often are also the multitaskers of the household. They don't have time to not only rifle through like what's going on with their personal lives to like try to apply it to their skincare, but they also don't have time to go to every doctor's appointment, wait 3 or 4 months to get that appointment and then drive themselves. They want kind of instant access to solutions that really work. And they're also kind of tired of being guinea pigs of like, all right, if I buy this face cream, will it be different than the last one that I tried? So we're really passionate about making sure that our docents are guiding you through a skincare journey that's meant specifically for you, by not only having you fill out our virtual online assessment that is a medical record of what's been happening for you, but also the constant communication. We've all been to the derm that once a year checkup, if we go. I've been guilty of skipping a couple of years in my life. And you get, your skin cancer check, and then maybe you walk away with a few prescriptions, but there's no real follow-up. There's no real care after that until perhaps the next year when you go in. So for us, our philosophy is that constant check-in with the client and seeing how he or she may be adapting to their skincare. And then we have the technology and the tools to continue to make our ingredients and our active formulas work smarter and harder for them. And we'll never prescribe you a whole slew of products. You'll probably get maybe 1 or 2 at most. And we're really all about how does docent fit into your existing routine versus having to kind of clear the slate and buy all new products just because you're on a new regimen from us.
I think a lot has changed over the past couple of years. Certainly, We've lived through COVID, are living through COVID. There's been a focus more on telehealth companies and the convenience, affordability that can provide, as well as the personalized recommendations, getting something that's specific to me, created for me, and by a doctor. So curious to get your thoughts on how you see the wellness landscape evolving over the next several years. If personalized medicine is going to continue to be a focus for the consumer, and any other areas you're focused on.
Yeah, so just kind of globally, what we're seeing is transparency into how things get done, where you have access to things. First, it was, eyeglasses, right, with Warby Parker, and now it's become everything from migraine medicine to topical prescription skincare. There's also a huge push for customization, and that's really bespoke treatments that are tailor made for someone's skin or whatever the concern they may have. And that's one that I kind of want to pause on here. Customization, I think we as consumers have been trained to expect that from a lot of different places and brands. However, when you kind of really get behind the curtain, you see that a lot of customization is an algorithm, or maybe there's a set group of products or ingredients and they get kind of, mixed in different ways for you, but it's not really bespoke to you. It's kind of done through this already established process of giving you what may be different than what you're used to over the counter from a clinique, but it's not really bespoke to your skin. We work with a compounding pharmacy, which at a very fundamental level has access to every active ingredient that the FDA has cleared. And under the guidance of one of our docent board certified derms, they can actually mix you a bespoke prescription from scratch. So we are really passionate about making sure that when we say customization, it's not just your face value, that it really is tailor-made for your skin. We also see a big trend where just the topic of medicine is just much more accessible. There are a slew of direct-to-consumer medicine brands that I've seen out there. Like I said, everything from migraines to ADHD to obviously prescription skincare. And what's interesting is for the first time in modern medicine, we're seeing less control from the physician channel and more direct control from the consumer channel.
As it relates to my next question, then just how you think about your target audience, it would sound like it's quite broad based on everything that you've shared.
Yeah. So, in theory, it is broad because medicine can serve anyone, usually 18 plus to 70. However, when we look at the users that we've had success with today, as well as where the kind of the sweet spot of the market is, our target is typically a woman because they do still make up the majority of beauty and health and wellness. She's about 30 plus, probably 30 to about 60. She's actually pretty savvy when it comes to her skincare. She's probably already got a dermatologist that she's been to. She has definitely experimented with every over-the-counter skincare products, from the very benign to the very active, but just hasn't quite found that holy grail. She's also investing. She's getting Botox, she's getting lasers, she's getting peels, and she's very discerning. But also on the flip side, she doesn't have that much time. She's probably a busy woman. She's probably a mother. She probably works. She's got a million balls in the air that she's juggling at all time. However, she doesn't want to put herself last. She believes in investing in her health and wellness and things like her skincare, but she doesn't have the time to rifle around and look for the best of the best. She wants somebody that is certified and an expert to be able to service that to her in a high touch, personal way.
Back to this making wellness accessible today. I think so many of us probably thought, well, in my next life, I'll be super healthy and I'll do these nice, things for myself. But no, you have to find ways to incorporate it into your daily life. And it's just taking that next wellness step where you can, right? You can't devote your entire day to your wellness journey or your wellness routine.
Absolutely. And if we want to take it like one step higher, it's why are we compelled to do these things, right? Whether it be going for a run in the morning, meditating, washing our face. At the end of the day, it's about giving us the freedom to not worry about certain things, have the confidence to reflect how we want to be perceived in the world from an internal to an external perspective. So it is about, at the end of the day, how you look, right? We're all looking to improve maybe the texture of our skin, fade some of our acne scarring, but ultimately that's driven by an intrinsic desire to have a life lived well and a life that's full of confidence. And who are we not to support women in their mission to be their most confident, most, just their truest selves. And that married with the promise of healthy skin for all with medicine is just something that I feel is so unique about what the docent mission is today.